All right, let's see. Are we live? Are we good? Testing, microphone check. 1, 2. What is this? The Samuel. My man Nixie said P-Rock with the Timu Haneke. Bro, this is new era. Stop it. Don't play me when it comes to Yankees. Don't do that. You can make fun of anything else. What are we doing here? What the hell are we doing here making fun of my Yankee hat saying Timu? My man saying I bought my shit from Wish.com. Stop it. Don't be disrespecting the blue fitted. Alright? My man said I got that shit from Timu. Oh shit. Yo, we live. All right, we good. We popping. Everything's great. Let me know, chat. How's it going? Tested. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. The chat looks happy. The chat looks lively. Yep, an impromptu live session. Wow, YouTube is quick. Already saying now would be a good time to start ads. Yo, this shit is crazy. I'm glad I turned this shit off. Like, this is the stuff you guys were going through when I had it on. Like, literally, what? 57, like, how long I've been live? A minute, 2 minutes? A minute and a half, and already you getting commercials? Yo, this shit is crazy. I hope gaming never gets like this, bro. Imagine, like, fucking in the middle of a boss battle, it gets interrupted with a, oh, shit. All right. Nah, Nick. I'm not running them ads. Well, I can't do nothing with that. I have it off. Ads automator is off. In order for put ads while in the podcast, I have to inject it. I'm not doing that. All right, I'm not doing that. So, not doing that. It's ruining the experience. I get it. I don't want y'all to be pissed off. You know, I get it. You know, so it's cool. It's all right. I'd rather just hear rock out with me, right? All right. For everybody, thank you for rocking out. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. You know, we already got 70 people up in here. All right. Share this out because we're going to have a combo today. Right. A lot of people hitting me in the message, showing me whatever, talking. And I'm like, all right, let me dismiss some nonsense. Right. Yo, I watched this. I was like, yo, this is insane. Like, this is funny, but it is what it is. Right. All right. We're gonna dispel and talk about some nonsense right here, right? Let's start this off. Can we say the Xbox community is like in shambles? Can we start that off? Can we all just simply admit? Can they admit that we recognize they're in shambles? Like, yo, these dudes are at the point where now they're just making up fantasy scenarios. I honestly don't know what the objective is. I don't understand what's it gonna do. I don't know. I don't understand the like one. Most of the shit they're saying is lack of research, lack of knowledge. It's just fake stuff, which means it results into nothing. It's just straight up copium. All you're gonna do is get uninformed people to learn stuff, and they think the stuff you're teaching them or showing them is true, and they're just gonna go on the internet and look dumb. This shit is crazy. This shit is bananas. What's happening, right? So we're gonna listen to this a bit, gonna dissect it. Professor P-Rock is gonna investigate, and I'm gonna be like, yo, what the hell's going on here? This shit's crazy. We're gonna do our thing, right? So shout out to the chat. I want to shout out to the members, right? We're going to kick it for a little bit. We're going to do what we do, right? We're going to dispel, just break apart this misinformation, and then we're going to enjoy the rest of our weekend. How that sound like? That sound good? All right. We got 115 people, 29 likes. Come on, hit that like button. Get this thing trending. I want all the people. Like, a lot of people got to get this knowledge. A lot of people got to get this. Got to see this. So please. All right. I already have this on my Twitter, on X. I already have it pinned to my account. If you don't know my account, Puerto77 _ quote it out, share the link, hit up your peoples on your favorite gaming platforms where they at. Let them know, hey, Puerto Rico about to shut this shit down. About to shut this shit down. This shit's about to get shut down. This nonsense. You ready for this? All right. And again, this cap is not from Temu. Stop it. Don't be playing with me. Let's listen to what's going on here.
Oh, let me see if I have it here. Oh man, you know what? I got to go into my tweets. Yeah, here it is, right here. I got it here. Everborn Saga. He goes, it's real, and it's this Xbox Series S at Costco. I'll even give you the lane and the code number. It's 1687857, and it says here.
Oh, my man broke out the code number. He said, "Yo, he trying to sell consoles on his own podcast." He letting people know it's on Costco. Here's the code number. Yo, my man. Yo, my man. Oh shit. Homeboy broke out the code number. He said, "This is the ID number. Put that shit in the cart. Check it out." Oh snap. He out here doing Phil Spencer's work. Oh shit.
Xbox Series S, all digital console and stereo headset bundle, $149.99.
Oh, it includes the headset?
And headset as well. Yeah.
Damn.
So,
and nobody still wants that shit.
$150, you're in. Now.
In what? In dog shit. Ain't nobody want to put in $150 for dog shit. But anyway,
do people run out to get? Do people go out and spend $150 to get NCAA, which is only next gen? Yes. What if those same people who 10 years ago, 5 years ago, didn't know what a Netflix was, did not know?
5 years ago? 5 years ago was 2019. You're telling me people in 2019 didn't know what Netflix was? In 2019, people don't know what Netflix was. Am I bugging out? Who in 2019 did not know what Netflix was? Who? Even 10 years ago. 2014. People didn't know what Netflix was in 2014? People don't know, bro. All right, we need to cut the cap on this one. I remember during the PS3 in 360, when 360 got Netflix, everybody was talking about it. And then I remember because at Microsoft during that gen, they locked the deal with Netflix to make sure this dude said, "Rock, do yellow light." What does that mean, bro? I'm not up to the Gen Z term. What loony booch? Yo, Rock, dude, yellow light. What does that mean? I don't know. Nucci, I don't know what that means, dog. I'm so, you got me. Oh, he's slow? Yellow light? You got That's a good one, bro. Slow down. Yo, that's a good one. Oh, shit. Yo, Semper Five. Yo. And I know some of y'all remember, right? Remember when 360 launched with Netflix, the app, and now you can watch Netflix? That was a big deal. But then when PS3 launched, you needed the Netflix disc because you couldn't download the app because Microsoft got a timed exclusive deal to lock down the app to Xbox. Therefore, PlayStation couldn't get it for like a year or two. Y'all remember that? That you needed the disc in order to use Netflix. I'm not talking about the rental disc. I'm talking about the disc so you can like stream movies. If you didn't have the disc in the PS3, you couldn't stream Netflix movie. Casuals complained about that. This guy thinks people don't know Netflix 5 years ago? That was like what? 2010, 2011, 2012? When that shit happened? Even my wife told me about that. Even my wife said, "Babe, you don't need a disc for Netflix on the 360." When Mrs. P Rock brings that up, we in trouble. PlayStation 3's in trouble. Y'all remember that, right? But shout out to Seth. Shout out to Seth. He says, remember, Netflix on 360 was behind live paywall. Shout out to Seth, because that was my counter. I had my fanboy, I had my Punisher fanboy counterattack. I told Mrs. P Rock, yeah, but you got to pay Xbox Live to have access to Netflix and then pay Netflix. She's like, who the? You have to pay for Netflix when you already pay Netflix? Oh, fuck them. Boy, council, you talking to the council commander warlord, bro. I'm the commander in chief of this shit. I know how to damage control. You put that fucking disc in there. It's free. Couldn't use Netflix because you need an Xbox Live. You like that, right? Shout out to Seth, bro. But now he's trying to say people 5 years ago, 2019, didn't know net. Oh, anyway, let's listen to what he's saying.
Know what a Disney Plus or a Hulu or a Prime.
Didn't know what a Disney Plus is? Bro, day one, 10 million subscribers. The fuck is he talking about? Let me see. Disney Plus. Day one. Let me see something. Yeah, look at this shit. Boom, what is you talking about? Disney Plus surpasses 10 million subscribers on first day. App has been downloaded more than 3.2 million times. And that's only because it launched exclusively in America. Nobody knew about Disney Plus? Nobody knew about Disney Plus, boom. This dude is bugging. You want to know what people don't know? Game Pass. That shit's been out, why? Officially, 7 years. 7 years. It launched in 2017. The hell is this dude talking about? Yo, this dude is wild. Yo, you wild, boom.
Video was they didn't know what that was, but those same normies are now even more educated consumers because they already are in multiple subscription services. So they understand that if they buy subscription A, it has this show or these films that I'm watching.
Boom. I just showed you. And the thing is, I'm showing you this. This is the problem, boom. You should have researched this yourself before making all these statements. Disney Plus got 10 million subscribers day one, and that was 2019. 2 years after Game Pass launched. Game Pass launched June of 2017. Okay? So don't act like people are ignorant and don't know what the hell is going on and that the ignorance is going to disappear. I mean, let me put it this way. Disney Plus launched in 2019. What's the current subscriber count for Disney Plus? Disney Plus currently has 153.6 million paying subscribers worldwide. They have 153 million people already since 2019. Xbox is at what? Game Pass is at what? What's Game Pass at? Still 33 million, 32 million after 7 years? Yo, shout out to J Hart. J Hart said, for the super chat, thank you so much. $2 super chat. He says, sounds like Home Shopping Network. For real. This podcast sounds like a Home Shopping Network. Disney Plus came out after Game Pass, and right now it's at 153. Xbox is about 33 million, I think it was said. So what are you talking about, bro?
They can equate that to gaming. Maybe they're not diehard gamers, but you know what they're going to know? They're going to know about Call of Duty. Most people do, right? Even people that live under a rock know what Call of Duty is. And once it gets out to the hardcore and we start talking with our normie friends about how Black Ops 6 is in Game Pass, you're going to see a run on these consoles because of this price. $150 today. What is going to be the price during Black Friday? it's probably going to be around the same, right? So people are going to go out and buy Xbox Series S, and like Mav said earlier, these same people, and I think it might have even been Pixelbit G that talked about it as well. They don't care about going to. They probably have 1080p TVs. They probably don't even have 4K TVs. So imagine going from a PS4 or an Xbox One X to a Series X. It's going to be leaps and bounds, and the cost of entry.
All right, so let me help you out here, because this is something that crew do not understand. They haven't realized this. To you four, come closer. Let me help you out. Let me guys help you out here. All right, I need you to really understand this. First and foremost, no one really wants an Xbox console. I'm sorry to break it to you, but Microsoft, listen to me. Microsoft has failed to make the console an attractive product. It's not going to fly off the shelves because of a multi-plat. Call of Duty is a multi-plat. Lilu Dallas multi-plat. You know, like those, Fifth Element, Lilu Dallas multi-pass. Well, Lilu Dallas multi-plat. Okay? You get no extra benefits. And clearly, Game Pass isn't a force multiplier. Game Pass did not help sell consoles. It's not helping selling consoles. It's just not. Microsoft has failed to make Xbox consoles attractive. Because it's not attractive, the last couple of years, no one's really buying it. Because no one's really buying it, they're not in people's homes as much as you would like to think. Because they're not in people's homes, people ain't talking about it with their friends and stuff like that, right? When you have the majority of the market with the PS5, then the people only are talking PS5s. So when people go, oh, where you playing Call of Duty? Oh, I'm playing on my PS5. Where you playing NCAA? I'm playing on my PS5. All right, cool. You know what? I'm going to get a PS5. That momentum just builds. And not enough people are talking about Xbox. When they too talk about Xbox, it's mostly negative. No console required, something that Microsoft is pushing. Microsoft's pushing that, right? No console required. Games being delayed. Xbox skip. Games getting delayed. All y'all do is talk about showcases and roadmaps. And now you think a multiplat is going to save you when that multiplat is primarily most people play it on PlayStation? So you expect, you expect a PlayStation 4 gamer, maybe an Xbox One X gamer, but you expect a PlayStation 4 gamer to jump from PlayStation 4 to Xbox? Why do you think they want PlayStation 4 to begin with? Because they don't want no goddamn Xbox. They don't want no goddamn Xbox. That's why they have the PlayStation 4. This shit's crazy. This shit's bananas. These guys are smoking peyote.
Is going to be super cheap. There's an opportunity for Microsoft, which is why they spent $100 billion, like Hargeet said, over the course of 2 acquisitions, and they're going to continue to drive that point home. I don't know if they go for a WB. I don't know if they try and do a take 2.
Well, now we're talking more acquisitions. Oh shit! So that will definitely solve the problems, right? We need more acquisitions. We need to get more third party, so that way they have to put more games on PlayStation 5. Yo, this shit is wild, bro. Didn't you guys realize these acquisitions was pretty much an accelerant? Bethesda and ABK became an accelerant. Here's the thing. When they finally acquired, especially when they acquired ABK, and they finally saw the books, the Microsoft CEO, not the Xbox CFO, well, I'm pretty sure the Xbox was involved too, but definitely the Microsoft CFO crunched the numbers. And she realized, yeah, we can't do this. When she saw the books on how much games are sold on PlayStation between those two publishers, and then look at the trajectory of Game Pass, she like, this ain't gonna work. We gotta re-strategize. This is not gonna happen. There's too much money in PlayStation. That shit. And then with the shitty Xbox console sales, that CFO was like, that this shit. Project Latitude in full effect. Project Latitude in full latitude meaning, hey, change latitude and longitude. They're avoiding that iceberg. That's what's happening. Microsoft's the Titanic, except this time Microsoft's smart enough to be like, steer full rudder. You know, we out of here. We're not gonna be like Leonardo DiCaprio, bro. Change course, change direction.
With a new president, maybe.
I think Take-Two would be awesome, but what is there something going on with Take-Two and the president?
No. I'm just saying just because a new president would be different ideology versus what's currently in front of them.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Also, like the numbers for PlayStation sales, does that still include the Portal and the PSVR 2?
Does that still include the Portal and PSVR 2? Oh my god, these guys, bro. Oh my god. I gotta correct this still. I thought this was already resolved. Why are we still doing this? Why are we still doing this? It never counted as PS5 sales. Never. Please don't let this be the topic conversation.
People in the chat are saying, yes, I can't confirm it.
Your people in the chat are dumb. I'm so glad I have the best chat in the world. Because your chat sucks. My chat can beat the shit out of your chat. I'm going to let you know right now. My chat could whoop your chat's ass. I'm just going to say that up front. My chat can beat the fuck out of your chat. Facts.
I deny that. I have no idea.
I can't confirm or deny. You know what that tells me? That tells me he does know. That tells me he does know the answer. But he gonna play ignorant. Because he got everything else figured out. You got the Costco code, bro.
Literally, I know that they said, Sony themselves, they were going to count PlayStation Portal as console sales. I don't know if they ever did that or
they wanted MPD to count PlayStation 5 as a console sale, not as a PlayStation 5 console sale, as its own entity, meaning you track numbers. For example, if the PlayStation Portal, let's just make up a scenario so that we can understand. Let's say the PlayStation Portal was still being counted as a console sale and it sold 5 million. You know what that would mean? Right? Or 10 million, like an insane amount of numbers. That will mean the top 3 consoles would be PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, and the Portal. It will bump out Xbox One, Xbox Series consoles. That would be crazy, wouldn't it? Oh, that shit would have been funny as hell. If that shit was still counted as its own console and it sold like 7-8 million in a year, knocking Xbox console sales. Oh, that shit would be funny. Oh, I would have laughed. I would have laughed if Matt Pixvitella says, hey, the top 3 console sales by units is PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, PS Portal. Oh my, oh, you could have now stopped me, bro. I would be like fucking Doomsday on the death of Superman. I would just wreck everything and I couldn't be stopped. I would just completely, oh my God, God shined on you on that one. Yo, imagine if that would have happened. Oh my God, I would be Doomsday. I would be wrecking Twitter in the console war. I would not be stopped. Hell, I would be, what's that dude's name? Not even worse than Doomsday. When Professor X became Onslaught, and it took like half the Marvel universe to stop him. He killed like half the Marvel universe. That would be me. I would be straight up Onslaught. It would take the combined might of the PC, Nintendo, and Xbox fan base to stop me. I would take half of them out, boy. Oh my God! If that MPD ever would have happened, oh, it would be so unbearable. You would have to petition to Elon Musk to stop me. This shit would have been a bloodbath. Oh man, it would have been insane.
They didn't. I don't know.
PSVR didn't sell that much, so
Oh,
what?
Well, PSVR was always sold as an accessory, not a console ever.
But they did indicate that they were going to do that. They wouldn't count those
Yeah.
those units as console sales. So
They wanted the Portal to be counted as a console, not as a PS5 console sale.
who knows if they did, right? I mean, there's no way to separate the numbers.
How can they get away with doing that? It's so weird. Like I'm
Well,
just saying,
there's some people in the chat saying that you technically need a PS5 to play it. That is true. That
Right,
doesn't make it a
yeah,
console. though.
Man, your chat is dumb. That's a dumbass chat. God, that like listen, bro. Listen, you hear me say it. Every community has its idiots. There is no doubt about that, right? PC communities have idiots, Xbox, Nintendo, but the majority of the idiots, the majority of the most uninformed gamers is in by far the Xbox community because of this. Like, you four are supposed to put, if your chat's saying bullshit, be like, whoa, chat, like, let me help you out. This is the facts. So you can educate them.
It's
You
an
do, but
accessory.
It's an
it is-
accessory
I
at
mean,
that
technically,
point.
it is an accessory, right? But
Yes.
wasn't it like wasn't it Matt Piscatella who reported that they were
Yes.
going to count those numbers?
Yes.
That's what they were asking.
Yeah, I
them to
remember-
do. I don't think Piscatella did though. I don't think they did. But
Oh,
it,
okay.
when
It
Sony
was-
reported-
All right, this is about to make me vomit. Here's Master Pictella, right? Of course, he reported PlayStation Portal was the best-selling accessory in dollar sales for both April and 24 year to date. Now here, Portal was never included with PS5 sales because it's not a PS5. Would be real weird to count Portal as a PS5 when it's not a PS5. PS5 Portal was never counted ever as a PS5. Never. Not as a PS5. Sony did ask MPD to count it as a console sale, its own console sale. So pretty much, its own device sale. So pretty much like Rogue, Steam Deck, Switch, PS5, Xbox Series, Legion, all those devices are individually counted, in the device console sales. Well, they wanted Portal in that category. I don't know why Sony wanted that in that category. I thought, me personally, when that came out, I'm thinking, because the Portal is Android, right? Is Android based? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't have a Portal, but I was told it's Android operating system. This is where I need to chat. Yeah. So, Android operating system, I thought that maybe they would one day update it with a cloud streaming icon. And now, because PlayStation had their own cloud service, now you can cloud stream games, which then technically it's its own device where you don't need the PlayStation 5, right? It's an Android device, so you have an app for cloud streaming, right? Now you're able to do more than just remote into your PS5. Now you have access to PlayStation PSN premium or tier, right? PSN premium tier, PSN plus premium cloud streaming service. At that point, it's his own device. So I thought that was the plan, right? To say, oh no, because that's what I figured. Like, no, count that as a console because a future upgrade will pretty much be its own device, right? Shout out to Donnell Brown. Your Raiders are trash this year. So I'm just letting you know. There's no hope for you guys. We need to get you on his show, bro. Oh my God, this would be nah. Shout out to Donald, man. Shout out. Thank you for being a member for 28 months, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Thank you so much, my brother. Hit the like button.
Sony had requested it for the reporting groups, right? Is what I understand for what category it should be in is what I
Here's the crazy part. Can none of you at least like open up Google and be like, hold on, let me look it up real quick right now. Like, golly, you could you're literally on your front of your computers. You could do it right now.
I remember. Right now,
it just when the podcast was live.
Weird
It's 1,000% weird. But listen, guys.
But listen, it's over. That was like months ago. Like, for example, July 8th, the PlayStation Portal was the best-selling accessory in dollar sales for both May and 20 year to date. This was literally a month ago. So we already moved on from this. Like, why is this still a topic? Why is this still a topic? Like, bruh. Come on, man. Oh, man, bro. Oh, my God. So sick of this shit. Like, July 8th, MPD, bro. And y'all still wondering, I don't know if it counts anymore. God, man. At least do right by your viewers, bro. Shout out to Stuart Stokes. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Boomstick said a big PS5 exclusive, implying it was Helldivers 2 coming to Xbox in July. No one in this panel has called them out. It's just 4 dudes trying to see who can spread the most misinformation. Yeah. I thought Helldivers, like, oh my God, when they were insinuating Helldivers 2 was going to be on Game Pass. Yo, this is what's crazy. This is what's wild about these Xbox dudes. This is what's wild. On one hand, they out here crying and complaining. They're out here crying and complaining that PlayStation and Sony always finds a way, shitty moves to pay for third-party exclusives, keep it off Xbox. They get into deals preventing games from going into Game Pass. These shitty practices, right? They complaining about Sony's shitty practices, but then on the other hand, Sony's gonna put their own game on Game Pass out of their own free will. Now people gonna say, well, MLB, that's MLB that made that decision. And then people say, well, Destiny's on Xbox. Well, but Destiny was already on Xbox, and Bungie wants to keep it that way. There is no game that Sony, of their own free will, put on Game Pass. Of their own free will. Nothing. You can't even say Death Stranding. Hell, look at Death Stranding. Death Stranding is a perfect case. Death Stranding is on PC Game Pass, but not on console Game Pass. Because Kojima's like, hey, I would like this Game Pass deal. Sony's like, all right, but don't do too much. The console's too much, bro. You see what I'm saying? They will stop games going on Game Pass, games going on Xbox as best they can. But now, Sony's going to be the nice guy and put Helldivers 2 on Xbox Game Pass. Oh, man, these guys bugging, bro. Guys are bugging.
I kind of want to do a segue here. Now, we have heard, if you are a fan of the Iron Lords, which of course we all are, and King David, who I consider to be, an extension of my family, has always been saying hashtag no PS6, right? He believes that.
I'm gonna tell you now, yo. I remember. Shout out to the Iron Lords, but I remember around like early 2020, before the consoles launched, right? I remember David. He hyped that a lot of people are not gonna buy the PlayStation 5 because they're cheap. They're just gonna settle for the Xbox Series S because it's cheaper and the TCL. Homeboy was like, "Can I get a Lockhart, please?" That they're gonna get the Lockhart because it's the cheapest. Dudes ain't really. They don't really care about PlayStation like that. They just care about getting the cheaper stuff. And he tried to use like the PlayStation 4 Pro console sales because it didn't sell a lot as justification. And we see how that shit turns out. Man, hashtag no PlayStation 6 is gonna bite him in the ass. And I even told him, like, bro, you crazy, bro. Like, I don't know what made you think there's no PlayStation 6 or what's going on, but man, bro, you gonna, oh man, you better come, David, you better come up with some good damage control. You better start writing your damage control now, because when that PlayStation 6 drops, oh man, it's gonna be a bloodbath. They're gonna come after you hard body. They're gonna come after with years of receipts. Oh, it's gonna be bad. I don't know why they keep doing that to themselves, but yo, that is crazy, bro. Shout out to David.
he's also 98.9% right at the time. So there's that. But I do want to ask the chat.
30% of the time, I'm 98.8% right all the time.
And I of course want to ask the panel. I'm gonna go right back to Pixel Bit G here, and this is the segue. Now the numbers for Sony, and I have them here. I'm gonna read you the last 5 quarters for PS5 sales numbers.
This is my favorite. This is gonna be my favorite segment when Xbox talks about sales. When Xbox guys, when they talk console sales, it's literally my favorite. It's like, I'll be honest, this shit is so funny. It's comedy to the max. It's fucking hilarious when these guys jump into console sales. It's fucking hilarious because these guys can't figure out the metrics of their own console sales, how damaging. But when it comes to PlayStation, they got it all figured out. All right, let's hear this.
Starting with Q1 of last year.
Mm-hmm.
In Q1, they sold 3.3 million consoles. In Q2, they went up 4.9 million consoles. In Q3, which of course is the holiday, that is that holiday block, right?
That's October, November, December.
Sold 8.2, which is a lot of consoles. That's a lot of PS5s that were sold, right? Q4, they dropped almost, I think it was 42%, 43%.
Q4 is January, February, March.
They dropped down to 4.5. And of course, Q1, which is what we're in right now, ladies and gentlemen, they have reported that they sold 2.4 million PS5s.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. That's still a lot of consoles.
Which is the leader in the world. Most consoles sold around the world.
In those 5 quarters, there's no doubt about it. But here's the question, gentlemen. And this is the segue, ladies and gentlemen, that I was talking about. At this point, seeing how they continue to miss their marks, right? They say, okay, for 4 quarters, we are expecting to sell. It was 25 million PS5s for last year's 4 quarters.
Now, to put context, they were trying to set a new record that they never done before. The PlayStation 1 never sold 25 million. The PlayStation 2 never sold 25 million in a single year. PlayStation 3 or the PlayStation 4. They never sold 25 million ever. Let's put that out there. Okay? They were predicting 25 million. Now keep in mind, they were predicting this when they're still selling the console at $400 to $500, which was never happened. Like, no PlayStation console this deep into the gen remained at their launch price. None. By this point in time, every PlayStation console generation got deep cuts. By this time, the PlayStation 4 for the holiday, they were selling it at $250 with Uncharted 4 packed in. $250. You see what I'm saying?
Q1, 2, 3, and 4. They had to readjust it, and they made it. They cut it by 4 million, and they made it 21, which by the numbers in front of me, they still missed. They missed it by 200,000 PS5s. They sold a total of 20 million point 8.
Yes, 20 million point. That is correct, which is higher than any year of PlayStation 4. Higher than any PlayStation 4. 28.8 million consoles sold. There is no year you could pick on the PlayStation 4 generation that's equal or higher to that. That's a new bar for the PlayStation 5. There's only 2 consoles that had a higher year than 20.8, and that's the PlayStation 1 and the PlayStation 2, but they were all under $300. I think it was around $250 to $200 at that point. Josh, I think it was like $200 because remember those consoles launched at $300, so those consoles were selling around $150 to $200, and they blew the hell up. PlayStation 5 sold 20.8 million consoles at an average of anywhere between $400 to $500. That's fucking insane. No console has ever done that. None. There is no console at a price point of 400 or more, and it's sold over 20 million in a year. None. That never happened. So technically, you could say, for consoles 400 or higher, who has the highest sales? It's the PlayStation 5. No console has done that. This shit is insane. Selling 20 million consoles at 400 or more dollars 4 years deep? That's insane.
Which is still a lot of consoles,
Sure.
but it's obviously they had to cut the numbers of what they originally forecasted, which was 25. Now we are in Q1. They sold 2.4. The next 4 quarters, they are expecting to sell 18.5 million. This is not a good start. So where am I going with this, chat and gentlemen? I'm going where the mythical PS5 Pro, is it a...
Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is where we go. The PS5 Pro, the mythical PS5 Pro. What's that clip from Alex? Don't do it. Was that the meme from Alex? Is that what he said? Don't do this. Yeah, there you go. That was it. Don't do this. Don't do this. We need that clip from Alex. Don't do this. Just don't. I'm about to do it. I'm about to bet a stack. I'm about to bet a ban on these dudes. I'm gonna be like, yo, one ban says a PlayStation 6 will be launched when Sony launches next gen. Yeah, I'm about to get a ban off these dudes, bro. You not lying, man, Joe. Don't do this, boom.
Possibility, or do they scrap it? Because here's an interesting factoid. When the PlayStation 4 Pro came,
do they scratch the PS5 Pro? Oh my God, this is giving me heart palpitations. Like, how do they get away with this? You don't want to be honest, I'm into the clown foolery, but I don't just straight up like do crazy lies. Like, how? God, like, is this how you become a successful? Is this how you do things on YouTube? Really? Like, you just say outlandish shit? Cause this is wild. Yo, and saying it with your face live on the air. This is crazy. Yo, these dudes have no chill. No chill.
came out. They used the PlayStation VR 1.0 as a selling point, saying, hey, buy the new VR unit and the PS4 Pro is going to make it that much better.
Wait, so you're saying PSVR 1 help sell PS4 Pros? Like, hey, buy the accessory for the... What? What? Bro, you tripping. Yo. So, buy the PSVR 1 to get the PS4 Pro. Yo, this dude is bugging out, man. Now, I'm gonna tell you, PS4 Pro wasn't a big seller, but it sold more than the PSVR 1. In fact, the ratio was it was a 1-to-5 ratio, right? For every 5 PS4 Slim, 1 Pro was sold. So let's say if Slim, took over and sold 40 million, you divide that by 5, you know what I'm saying? And that's what you get. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. So like around 4 million or whatever. Like that's what it was, okay? I'm just making up a number. But, I mean, like, yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like, I can't, bro. I can't, bro. Like, if I were to guess, if let's say PS4 Slim added an additional 40 million, then you're talking like 8 million PS4 Pros, right? Pro did sell more than PSVR 1. So that doesn't even make sense.
They can't do that now because the PlayStation VR 2.0 has failed and is now sitting on shelves. It just got a $200 price reduction from its original $599 and $549.99 respectively.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think?
What's funny? You recognize a small, tiny boost Xbox Series S sales got because college football, but you don't recognize the small boost of sales PSVR 2 got with the price drop. Interesting how you cherry pick situations. Now, the difference between me and you is I'm not going to say PSVR 2 is going to fly on shelves now, whatever. It was just a modest small boost. To me, the same difference with Xbox Series S. Small nominal boosts that don't mean shit. But it's funny how you notice that, but you didn't notice PSVR 2 got them slight boost. Even Twitter activity bumped up. People who said they were not going to get a PSVR 2, they said, you know what? They bit the bullet. And you know what's crazy? This is what's crazy. People who were never going to get the PSVR 2, which got it because of the price, but because of the steep price, because they said, you know what? I'll bite the bullet. They're playing it. A lot of them are saying it's the best PSVR experience that they ever had. And they have the PC ones. All the PC dudes, a lot of the PC VR dudes that have the PSVR, they're saying this is the best experience. At least the ones, I don't want to blanket every single one. But a lot of the dedicated PSVR channel, not PSVR, but VR channels that really didn't care about the PSVR 2, which whatever, they bit the bullet, probably because of content, because now that is much cheaper, but they're really impressed. That's what's weird. Interesting.
That they have it in their budget based on some of the stuff that's going on. They got the Bungie situation going on. We have a report from GameRant.com that in July, they lost over 50% of their subscribers to their two top tiers of PlayStation Plus. I don't think we're going to see a
lost 50% of their subscribers. Oh my God. This can't be happening, man. Can't. So you're telling me, out of the blue, people just instantly unsubscribed? Oh my God! Why are you like this? Why are you for like this? Xbox community, why are you guys like this? Let me help you out. This is where it starts. It starts with this. It started with this bullshit. This is where it started. PS Plus Extra lost almost 50% of its players in the same month Xbox Game Pass added Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Xbox Game Pass is winning the game, right? So you can tell this is just an Xbox fanboy with hopes and dreams. Let's read this. PlayStation Plus Extra premium subscriptions have seen a dramatic drop with 48% decrease in player count. So PS Plus Extra and premium subscriptions have seen a dramatic drop. So now you know where they're getting from. Don't worry. Bear with me. The addition of such titles as Remnant 2 and Crisis Core Final Fantasy Reunion didn't help. Xbox Game Pass on the other side is winning the war with inclusion of many popular titles including Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. According to reports, PS Plus Extra and Premium. Now, remember, this is this dude's interpretation. According to reports. Please stand by. According to reports, PS Plus Extra and Premium subscriptions are plummeting dramatically, hitting some of the lowest player counts this year. This decline coincides with the addition of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 to Xbox Game Pass, which has certainly taken numbers from PS to Xbox side of the console war. That's why it's being described like this. What he's trying to do is trying to correlate what he's saying PS Extra and Premium subscriptions dropping because that audience is now converting to Game Pass. That's the narrative they're trying to do. Despite the additional popular titles like Remnant 2, July 2024 turned out to be abysmal month for PlayStation. PlayStation Plus Extra fails to retain players. Sony's decision to increase prices for PS Plus Extra and Premium tier subscription has driven many players away from the service. So it's all about leaving the service. While notable games such as Remnant 2 and Crisis Core Final Fantasy Reunion made it to the service in July 2024, the service saw a drastic drop in player count, losing 48.64% compared to June. Now, this right here is linking to true trophies. So this is the report. Now, Look what True Trophies reported. PlayStation Plus Extra dropped 40% of its player count in July 2024. PS Plus Extra Premium player count for July 2024 saw a big drop compared to last month, even if you don't count the bonus days of play games in June. After the Days of Play 2024 event games June's lineup, a bunch of attractive bonus games, we expected a PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium July 24 lineup to see a drop-off in player interest. However, even accounting for those bonus games, PS Plus Extra and Premium player count for July was one of the lowest of the year. PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium stumbled hard in July 2024. PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium games for July 2024 saw 48% fewer players than the June 2024's lineup. All True Trophies was saying the lineup of games that launched in 2024, now the lineup of games in July 2024 was a 48% drop, meaning more players was interested in what July release June release compared to July. Nobody unsubscribed. It was just simply, whatever you lost in July, I'm not really interested compared to what you released in June. That's what that report is saying. Oh, why are you like this? Puñeta, ¿qué carajo que usted está hablando, bro? It had nothing to do with subscriptions. It was just simply the assortment of games that came out in July just wasn't interesting compared to what June had. So there was a 48% drop in interest. Here's the crazy part. July 2024 had the third lowest PS Plus Extra Premium player count of 2024 so far. That means there was other months where the drop-off was even worse. All this site is doing is tracking month-to-month interest in the games that are released. The games released in July just wasn't that interesting. Oh my God, bro. It had nothing to do with unsubscribing. No one unsubscribed. The word unsubscribe, is the word unsubscribed even here? Let's look for the word unsubscribed. I'm not seeing the word unsubscribed. The word unsubscribed is not even in the article. The source of the article did not mention unsubscribed. Yo, this is wild, bro. These dudes really out here lying. Y'all can't read. The word unsubscribe's not even there. They're just talking about month-over-month interest based on the games released that month. So the month of July lineup wasn't really that hot. So a lot of people didn't rock with it. Yo, this is wild, bro. SNK, Boomstick makes Doc Dog look like a genius. Yo, whoa, well, that's funny. Chill. That's little bro. That's, man. Listen, man. You don't. It's like that little brother you tell don't hang out with that crowd, bro. I told them don't hang out with these dudes, bro. I warned them. Yo, anyway, bro. Final input. No, there was no 48% whatever in unsubscribed. Complete lie. It's just a comparison of interest of games, what June released versus what July released. What July released wasn't as interesting compared to June, so you had a 48% drop off. Nothing about people unsubscribing at all. Clip that and smoke these Xbots. Crazy.
PlayStation 5 Pro. And I add caveat to that on the back end, Pixel. Why would they release it when they don't have any major first-party games releasing this year that could show off what they're doing? What do you think? PS5 Pro in the fall or nay?
I mean, I say nay. I mean, so right.
You like how I said that, right? Nay.
Nay. I kind of went in on this earlier today as well, right? That along with the way people like to report things, that they were in the mindset that the PS5 Pro would come and help boost those numbers, right? But the problem with
I'm interested to see. I mean, I don't doubt, but I don't think PlayStation 5 Pro is meant to boost numbers, at least not dramatically. We already seen mid-gen refreshes don't really greatly boost numbers, right? If anything, it kind of falsely inflate numbers in a way, because I would imagine majority of the PlayStation 5 Pro will be people who bought the PS5 and want, the hardcore, the techies, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, right? Some of us are in that group, right? But the thing is, you already own a PlayStation 5 console. So yeah, you bought a PS5 Pro, but you didn't add additional people onto, the ecosystem, right? It's just really an enthusiast console, stuff like that. So I don't think it's going to be like blowout. What's really going to, increase consoles and get more people to buy consoles is dropping the price of the PlayStation 5. That's it. That's the plan. That's what Sony got to do. They got to start selling PlayStation 5 Slims at $350, $400 and start getting it cheaper. Right? That's the plan. The PlayStation 5 Pro, niche enthusiast console. Right? But I think this is just me speculation, but I'll talk about it in a few.
Pro concept, at least for this generation, is there's no real impetus to buy it, right? And this is from somebody who had two PS4 Pros. Right? There's really just no. I don't see a reason coming into this holiday where I need to buy another console from them.
If Xbox was making a mid-generation refresh, would you see a reason to buy that? I wonder what this podcast would say and talk about if Microsoft was confirmed to release their own mid-gen refresh, right? Instead of deciding not to do it, what if they did decide to do it? Would they have the same energy?
There are no games that are going to come out that reflect the quote unquote power of the system. Based on the specification of the system, you're not going to get the FPS advantage that you would hope for.
You know what's funny? These guys had such high expectations on the Xbox Series X with 12 T-flops. 12 T-flops. You remember the expectations these dudes had with the Xbox Series X. But yet somehow, I think the PlayStation Pro around 36 T-flops, 33 T-flops. Chat, please correct me if I'm wrong. And this is all speculation, this is all rumors, whatever. What was the T-flop count that's being spread around for the PlayStation 5 Pro? It was like 33 or 36. I know there's a little delay. 36 T-flops. 33. Oh man, y'all guys are hurting me. 36 T-flops. 36 T-flops. I think it was 36 T-flops, right? So we all remember the hype of 12 T-flops versus 10 T-flops. And these guys talked about that. It was like a huge gap. Matt Joe, you know what? Let's do that. 33 to 36. Right? Big difference. These guys made 12 to 10 T-flops seem like there was a huge gap. You remember that shit? They exaggerated that gap to the extreme. Now you're telling me 36 T-flops compared to 10 T-flops, you're not going to get much. So 12 T-flops to 10 T-flops off the hook, off the chain. Kobe, 36 T-flops. You might get 5 extra frames. Yo, these dudes are wild, bro. These dudes are bugging. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying T-flops end all be all. But the PS5 Pro, based on its speculative specs, is a much more powerful platform. Now, here's the difference. When Sony creates a console, they deliver on their capabilities. You cannot, like Mark Cerny, Chef's Kiss is a genius. That dude delivered. You saw what he did with the PS5 and 10 T-flops. You saw what he did. You know what I'm saying? So I have more faith in Mark Cerny than what's the dude's name? Ronald? His name was Ronald. I just remember his first name. The designer of the Xbox Series X. I'm sorry, bro. But you know what I'm saying? In Cerny we trust. Jason Ronald, thank you very much. Shout out to Portal Player. Mark Cerny versus Jason Ronald, not even close. In Cerny we trust. That dude so far hasn't missed. Am I lying? Cerny has not missed. Bow, 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 bow. Well, maybe the PS4 Pro, maybe just a little bit. I think he undercut the PS4 Pro. I'll give that. Only because I think they were too concerned at sticking with the $400 price point. That's the mistake, I would say, with PS4 Pro. I would say that. That's why I advocate, like, don't worry about the price point, man, because it's not going to sell a lot anyway. Just don't cheap it out. $600, you know, if that thing's $700, I would have a little bit more confident. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's a lot. I know it's crazy, right? I know it's crazy. But that's what the PS5 in a cheaper price point delivers. If you don't want to drop $700, don't get. Hopefully the PS5 is $350. $350 for the slim, $400 for the all digital. I mean the all digital $350, the disc edition $400. You know what I'm saying? Especially for the all digital $350. Hell, I would prefer, drop that sucker $300 for the all digital, $400 for the disc. A $300 all digital PlayStation 5. Ooh. And if you don't have a PS5, $300, you can't go wrong with that. That shit's beautiful, and go for it. But I think PlayStation Pros, at least from a perspective of people saying, all right, I get it, it has to be at a certain price point. I think minimum $600, minimum, right? Maybe $650. Let's keep going.
And do I need you to take my image, drop it to 720p so you could upscale it to, via your pisser technology, right? That I always call it the pisser because it's just hilarious to me, right?
Yo! He stole my shit. You stole my rhymes. He plagiarizing. He said I would. Whoa, hold on. Oh my God. Hold up.
And this is from somebody who had two PS4 Pros. Right? There's really just I don't see a reason coming into this holiday.
That's my shit.
Where I need to buy another console from them. There are no games that are going to come out that reflect the quote unquote power of the system. Based on the specification of the system, you're not going to get the FPS advantage that you would hope for. And do I need you to take my image, drop it to 720p so you could upscale it to, via your pisser technology, right? That I always call it the pisser because it's just hilarious to me, right?
You know what? I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this bullshit. Tired of this shit. Everybody stealing my shit. This is not the only case this shit happened. I always call it the pisser because it's funny. Man, you're lying. Oh, man, these cats. Let me show you something. This is ridiculous, bro. This is crazy. Let me show you something. All right? Let me show y'all something. Look at this. So Paul Tassi wrote an article saying with Sony's big Bungie changes, is PlayStation exclusivity next? Right? Made a whole ass article. Adam at Xbox replied, "Hey, Paul Tassi, just out of curiosity, was it my quote retweet yesterday that sparked this article thinking? If so, not a problem. Just letting you know, I'm not a Nat-like console war count. I work in Xbox Game Studios and just a fellow Bungie appreciator." And Paul Tassi replies, "No, it wasn't you. It was this tweet. I didn't see yours. It was my shit. My shit." We get flagged as console warlords until it's time to get paid. This is cultural appropriation. Unbelievable. They're taking everything from me. Yo, that's it. I'm gonna have to legitimize 60 frames no lag. I'm gonna have to file for an LLC. Start patent pending all this stuff. I'm gonna have to start patent pending my stuff. I have to put a patent on my shit. This shit is wild. My man made a whole ass article using my shit. This dude had to get his $20 writing an article. Shout out to Review Scientology USA. Once Sony lowers the price to $300 for digital permanently, it's a wrap. It's going to be 5-1 in terms of sales here in the States. Oh, man. Shout out to Review Scientology. Stealing my rhymes, bro. They're out here stealing my rhymes. Anyway, let me go back to this. Let me go back to him. So he's saying he doesn't want a console where Sony's going to drop it down to 720p and bump it back up with the pisser technology. Like, what? Like, let me hold on. Let's finish what he's saying. Yo, they're stealing my rhymes, chat. They stole my rhymes. Y'all stealing my rhymes. They plagiarizing. You're not the originators. Y'all the imitators.
But like they're gonna need to upscale it just to get it to visually look better than the current model. For that, I'll just take the model I have and run the games the way they come at 1440 with the current upscalers they use. I'm not going to give you $600 to do that. Majority of gamers, especially on PlayStation.
All right, so let me stop you. So number one, we're not talking about whether you find it worth value or not. No, but that's not how they're going to do it. They're going to take the model you have, which is the base PS5 at 1440p. And because the PlayStation 5 Pro has new technology, the pisser, for me, turns for me, right? It's going to be much better scaled because the PS5 doesn't have that level of technology, right? And because the PlayStation 5 Pro has better technology, pisser, AI scaling technology, they'll be able to provide better frame rates and better settings, theoretically, than what you can do it. All right, let me put it to you this way. I'm not even going to argue the value point of whether people buy it, because you're right. Some people are not going to see the value, especially if it's $600, $700. I say that myself. People are going to go for the PS5, right? But that doesn't mean that we cannot logically look at the technical advantage the PS5 Pro will have on the PS5. Whether people care about it, you're right. That's a whole different conversation. But you're not going to tell me if you take the PS5, switch out the CPU 10% better. Sure, may not be the biggest jump that you want, but it's still better, right? New GPU, that's what, 47% better? And the RAM, better. And memory architecture, better. Then you take in, put in more technology such as the pisser and AI scaling. So you take all of this, you're telling me this will not run games better than your PS5. When you guys thought the Xbox Series X was going to run games better than the PS5. So the Xbox Series X at 12 T-flops and none of the technologies doesn't have, it has FSR, but so does PlayStation, but it doesn't have inherent proprietary technology, right? That the PlayStation 5 is bringing for its own platform. You guys thought that Xbox Series X was going to blow PS5 out the box, but somehow the PS5 Pro's not? This shit is wild, bro. Like, what math are you guys using? Now, it's all theoretical, but you're talking better CPU, a better, dramatically better GPU, much more memory bandwidth and performance, with new technology that is not in the PS5, which is the pisser, which is a whole new level of proprietary scaling. You know, NVIDIA has DLSS, right? And we've seen great things come out of DLSS. FSR, we've seen some good things come out, but we've seen when you have these great technologies. Now, PlayStation 5 has FSR, but Sony's like, you know what? We're not going to go with, sure, you can still make it, but let's introduce something more proprietary, something more specific, something that the PlayStation 5 can really take advantage of, because FSR is still very general. It works on PlayStation 5, it works on Xbox, it works on AMD cards, it even works on some NVIDIA cards. So it's not very tuned to the metal for a specific device. It's very generic, but generally good, right? Sony's like, nah, you know what? We're going to do something specifically for our product. And it starts with the PlayStation 5 Pro. And somehow you're not going to get better settings, you know what I'm saying? Better fidelity, better performance. It's just not going to do it over the PS5. This shit is wild, bro.
PlayStation are casuals. They're not going to give you $600 for that, for the luxury of that either. And then this is still PlayStation we're talking about here, right? This is the company that has habitually charged for upgrades. Habitually. And we know based on the leak specifications for
habitually charge for upgrades. Is he talking like game upgrades, like $10 upgrades or stuff like that? Is he talking about that? Like the PlayStation 5 version will be an extra $10? Yo, these dudes are some PlayStation haters, bro. This shit is crazy. Even when they own the console, bro. These dudes are indebted to Xbox for no reason.
For their upgrade pattern, that it is not out of the box. Doesn't work the way the Xbox does, where it can magically upgrade your software.
Oh, I think I know what he's talking about. This guy thinks the PS5 Pro upgrades will be a charge. Oh. This guy thinks that the PS5 Pro upgrade, the performance the PS5 Pro brings, will come at a charge. Soft. Let's all take a moment to relax here.
It has to be coded, which means they're going to charge you for that. I'm not paying for that. So I'm wondering if they think anyone thinks it's.
Yep, that's what he's saying. So that means when you buy a PlayStation 5 Pro, you have to pay $10 to get Pro upgrades.
It's worth it. And I personally don't.
He said he owned 2 PS4 Pros or whatever, right? Didn't he just say that? Pixel, did you pay upgrade from PS4 to PS4 Pro? Upgrade? Did you? Oh my God.
I don't think that they think it's worth it. Because if it was, we're in August. Where's the advertisements? It's 3 months out.
Yeah.
Right? The holiday season is literally around the corner at this point. And we've heard nothing
and
about a new
they're
console.
skipping Gamescom. So
Right,
you
skipping
could've-
Gamescom, so you have no place to show it. You normally would show something like this at the end of an E3 conference. They had the E3. They didn't mention anything about a new hardware. I do believe that it was.
All right, so Pixel, and I remember your Twitter account because I'm thinking, where now I remember, and I remember, I think you blocked me, whatever, and it's because I called you out, whatever. You consistently do not do research, man. You got to do better research. All four of yous, I ain't gonna say all four of yous. Maybe, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna just say this. Let me help you out here. When the PlayStation 4 Pro was launched, it launched when? It launched November 2016, right? Its first unveiling was September. That's when it officially got unveiled. And it wasn't even during a showcase. It was a PlayStation meeting. So, yeah. The year PlayStation 4 Pro launched, got unveiled, PlayStation meeting 2016 in September. Now I'm not saying that the PlayStation 5 Pro is launching this year. I'm just saying the whole, well, it wasn't at, it's August and it's too late, or it should have been E3. No, that's not true. I'm just giving an example that, there's still time. If PlayStation 5 Pro is launching this year, there's still time for like a September thing, right? And the crazy part is Sony announced they're going to be at the Tokyo Game Show, which they haven't been since 2019, right? They haven't been at Tokyo Game Show since 2019. So they're going to be there for a reason. That's why there's such high speculation. Because why are they there? Like, why are they going to make an appearance when they haven't done a Tokyo Game Show since 2019? 2019 was the last time they were there. 2020, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. It's been 4 years. 4 years since they were at Tokyo Game Show. And now this year they said, hey, we're going to be there. We'll see. But your whole August, July, E3, Gamescom, as you can see, PlayStation 4 Pro was not announced at Gamescom, wasn't announced at E3, and that's 2016. Sony was still doing, hell, this is the crazy part. Now that I think about it, 2016 was the year they announced Spider-Man, God of War, Days Gone. That was probably one of the best E3s period of last gen, right? Because that was when Spider-Man was introduced. They showed in God of War. It was E3 2016. They didn't announce the Pro during that show. And that E3 was crazy. Tell me that E3 wasn't bananas. That E3 was bananas. One of the best E3s period of that gen. Out of all the shows that we had. That E3 was bananas. And they still didn't unveil it. They waited until PlayStation meeting. They could have unveiled the PS4 Pro at that E3. With Spider-Man, whatever, especially if, they could have been like, check out the performance of Spider-Man on the Pro. But they didn't. So, yeah. Scratch that. Come on, Pixel.
Was in the works. But at this point, I believe that they feel like they're so far ahead that there is no reason to put out another console. And I would agree. There is no reason to put out another console. Wait,
hold up. So you think that Sony doesn't need to put out another console because they're so far ahead, and you agree? Bro, the first point is your own idea, and you're just agreeing with your own idea. That doesn't make sense. You cannot assume what they're thinking and then say, I agree with what they're thinking. What you think they're thinking is coming from you. So you're agreeing with your own point. Like, that's not how it works, my brother. That's not how it works. Yo, this shit is wild and stuff like that, right? All right. I'm gonna say this since we're talking about it. Since we're talking about this, this is my reasoning, my assumption, and my assumption is based on this. I think one of the big problems, and many of you heard it, but for those of you who are new, to me, one of the big issues that the gaming industry, especially in console, has to address is what a gen is and how long it should be. Because right now, the feeling of a gen at this point, it used to be 5 years, and now it's slowly crept up to 7 to 8 years, right? Let's say the last gen was 7 years. Let's say if we stick with the 7-year gen, right? That means new console 2027. Assuming we stick to that. The only problem is if games are taking 5 to 6 years to make, you can't have a 7-year gen. You can't. You're not making enough games per gen. One development studio with a AAA game can only make about one game. And then they have to move on to the next gen. That is not a sustainable system. So what do? You got to extend the gens. The gens have to be longer. You can't keep hopping gen over gen, and development studios, sure, the bigger ones, the bigger publishers can, because they have like 5-10 studios. So the publisher like EA, Ubisoft, whatever, they look like they're releasing a lot of games. But in reality, it's only because they have a lot of studios. But studios or publishers with only 1 or 2 studios, that studio's only making one game. Especially if like Tecmo, they'll never be able to keep up. The smaller studios, smaller publishers, they can't keep up. They just made their game, and now think about it. Imagine you release a game for your first game 5-6 years into the gen, and now they're already talking about the next gen, and you're like, holy shit, I just released. Now I want to make another one, but still using the tools that I got used to. But you can't, because now you need new tools getting ready for the next one. Because if you don't, by the time you make the next, picture this. 2020 starts the gen, right? Let's assume you released the game in 2020. Chances are that game is a cross-gen game. It's a PS4 game, right? Okay. I'm not even gonna do that. I'll use Bluepoint as a better example. Bluepoint launched with Demon Souls Remake, a game built in the ground up for the PlayStation 5. They launched it in 2020. It's 2024. We haven't seen another Bluepoint game. If we're lucky, Bluepoint will release their game in 2025. So let's say Bluepoint has their new IP, new game, or remake, whatever they do, launches in 2025. That's it. You're not getting another game from them. And you got 2 games from them. That's it. And that's only because luckily they launched one. 2025 come, the next game you see won't come out for like 2030. So they won't even have a game ready for launch. Let's say if PlayStation 5 launches, PlayStation 6, let's assume PlayStation 6 launches in 2027, Bluepoint won't be there for the launch because they're still in the middle of the game. Because if they launch a game in 2025, they're going to need another 5 years for the next game, 2030. That means you're going to have to wait at least 3 years for the next Bluepoint game when you buy your PlayStation 6. You know what I'm saying? Games are taking 5 to 6 years to make, right? Now, let's say you weren't there ready for launch. You're making a game ground up for the PlayStation 5. Let's say you launch it in 2024. Okay. Or 2023. Boom. You got a new game launched in 2023. Your next game is not coming out to 2028, which is 1 year after the launch. And guess what? 1 year after the PlayStation 6 launch. Which, guess what? That game that you come out with is just a cross-gen game. It's a PlayStation 5 game that runs better on the PlayStation 6. So now you made a cross-gen game for the next season. You see what I'm saying? The math don't add up. If games are taking 5 to 6 years, but the gen is 7 to 8, it's not going to work. So what do? You got to extend the gen. 10 years. But the thing is, how do you make a console base happy with console gaming when it's 10 years? The PlayStation 5 can't survive 10 years. Or maybe it can. Because look at the PlayStation 4, people are still playing it. And that console did not launch powerful. We all know PlayStation 4, that whole gen started out very undercut. It did good, impressive, but ultimately it wasn't the step like what we have now. So maybe PlayStation 5 has a little bit more legs. But if you release a PS5 Pro somewhere in the middle of the gen, right? You have a PS5, maybe in the beginning you're like, I don't need a PlayStation 5 Pro. Whatever, I'm good, whatever. But now, 2025, maybe 2026, You're itching for more performance. You're itching for better graphics. You know what I'm saying? You had your console for 6 years and you have this itch. You know what? Maybe I'll jump for the PS5 Pro. Satisfy me with better performance. Pisser, get that golden shower. R. Kelly, I pee on you. All that shit. You know what I'm saying? And now you'll be happy for the rest of the gen until the PlayStation 6 launches. See what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't say that's the plan, but something has to be worked. Either the industry finds a way to condense the time, how it makes, to make games. Maybe they use AI, Chat GPT. I don't know. If they could get back to making AAA games in 3 years, 2 years, which I don't think that's ever going to happen, but to go from 5 years back to 2 years, it's either that or you got to extend the gen. A 7-year gen with 5-6 year game making, that model's not going to work because we're always going to be pissed off because games are always going to be cross gen and there's always going to be a wait. There's always going to be gaps. It's going to be bad. 5 to 6 year gen, 5 to 6 years to make a game in a 7-year gen, that math ain't mathing.
He should be taking whatever effort they have now and put it into the effort of making a better PS6 or whatever the next console they're going to make is. Focus on that because this would be a waste of money.
So you don't know PlayStation at all. So let's stop right there. So every PlayStation next generation platform usually begins a year after they launch their current gen. So that team's already dedicated for that. The PlayStation 4, the PlayStation Pro is usually a separate dedication, separate work. So make no mistake, PlayStation 6 is being worked on. You know, it's called multitasking, right? You could do more than one thing. One thing doesn't interfere with the other. Okay, just like the PS4 Pro, the Jaguar cores, and whatever weird shit the PS4 Pro had nothing to do with the PS5, which ended up using Ryzen and all that stuff. Notice the PS5 actually is probably bang for the buck the best console this gen. Better than Series X. It was just the best developed console. Sony knocked it out the park, and the PS4 Pro didn't interfere with that at all. You know, listen. I get it. You guys are Xbox advocates, but companies like Sony, they know how to chew. They know how to walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. Okay? I'm just putting it out there.
Same way the PSVR was a waste of money for them to put out. Right? Like
same thing for the Portal, for that matter.
Well, no, but to the Portal's credit, even though I personally think it's useless, there are many devices that work better than the Portal.
Work device a better Portal, so no, because Portal doesn't do a lot of stuff, but it does one thing. But what it does is better than everybody else, which is remote play. That's literally all it does, right? Now, if you're gonna argue other devices is better because you can play games natively, you can watch movies, okay, cool. But that's not what the Portal is designed for. People who are buying a Portal are buying it because of what it does. Remote play with the PS5. So these other devices, does it remote play PS5 better than the Portal? Right off the bat is no, because it doesn't have DualSense and all that technology that's embedded with the controller. So right off the bat, it's already a no. The Portal provides that. The screen looks better, you know. And what's funny, everybody who owns the Portal and play it, they also have Asus ROG. They also have Lenovo. So the things you're about to advocate, they have both. They have the Portal and they have these devices. And they rather play remote play PS5 with their Portal, not on these devices. They don't remote play on the devices. That's what's crazy. The people on the Portal, and again, let's go back to here, right? PlayStation Portal is the best selling accessory, so it is a success. It is a knockout success. So I don't know why Boomstick says that's a failure on anybody. It is not a failure. Here, look at this one. Right here, Matt Piscatella. I underestimated demand for the Portal. I admit it. The only time I have ever been wrong about anything ever. Enjoy the haters. Even Matt Piscatella is shocked. And this guy sees the numbers. He is shocked at how well the Portal's doing. So cut that out. Cut the hate. All right. If you want to talk about accessory or something, not even accessory. If you want to talk about something people aren't buying because it's not that good, that's Xbox. Talk about that. That's the product that's not good, and it's reflecting in sales. I'm just saying. I'm just too soon. I'm about to get canceled.
And it can do the same thing as a Portal. people have purchased it for whatever godforsaken reason, and it may be just because of the price.
Godforsaken reason, bro. That's how I feel about Xbox Series consoles for whatever godforsaken reasons. But hey, you do you. Now I'm just playing.
Right?
$200 is one of those you walk past and you're like, oh, I'm going to buy that. It's $200.
Yeah, for a dummy screen, right? It's $200 for a dummy screen, which is funny because it wasn't like the Xbox 360 doing a dummy screen with the phones. I digress.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And then the Wii did it.
Whoa, I know you're not trying to compare remote, right? Because you don't act like 360 invented this shit or whatever. PlayStation was doing it with the PSP and the PS3. Like, I know you're not insinuating that Sony biting or whatever.
Did it better with their short circuit technology or whatever, that short range throw technology.
We did it better. No, you were stuck in the house. You were able to remote play on your PSP with the PS3. Yo, do these guys know anything now? Yo, remote play been on PlayStation for a grip, bro. Crazy. These cats don't know anything.
Knowledge that they had, which, you know, I still use the Wii U now. It works perfectly. But I just don't see where you have no title to go with the game, to go with the console to begin with, other than Astrobot. And even then, the rumor is that Astrobot wouldn't even be native on the console. Who's buying that?
So I would respect that opinion because I agree. But the problem is you didn't hold that energy with Xbox Series X. Tell me, what goddamn games did Xbox Series X launch with that will make me buy Xbox Series X and the world's most powerful console? What goddamn games? Tell me. Y'all didn't have that energy in 2020. None of you were saying, oh yeah, you know, rumors has will be better, but man, Xbox not launching with exclusive. There's no games to show it. Y'all weren't doing that. Y'all had no games launching with the Xbox Series X to show off the Xbox Series X. Hell, technically, you still don't have a game. Maybe half-ass Hellblade 2, but that shit is so condensed. You see what I'm saying? So I would respect that point if that point was applied equally with the same logic. Y'all weren't doing that with the Xbox launch of 2020. None of y'all was saying, yo, Xbox is in trouble because world's most powerful console, but no games. No exclusives. There's nothing there to show it. While Sony's launching with Miles Morales, you know, Demon Souls and all this stuff, where are the games to show the power? Nah. Y'all were relying on Digital Foundry. That's why y'all were doing. Oh, I can't wait till Digital Foundry to show the performance. Oh, the world's gonna go crazy once those Digital Foundry performance. Well, guess what? That's what PS5 Pro is gonna do. Digital Foundry. We're gonna go with Digital Foundry. How about that? Am I right? We're gonna go with Digital Foundry.
I'm not. So yeah, I think it probably was in development and they are thinking about it, but I would be very surprised if they do. And if they do, I'm telling you, it is not going to go well.
Yeah,
because pros mid-gen consoles are always niche, no matter how good they are. They're niche consoles. We saw it last gen when we actually needed an upgrade last gen, and it still was a niche product. Didn't sell well. Neither console sold well with the mid-gen. People ain't built for that. They don't want it. Only Nintendo can get away with doing stuff like that. Like
Nintendo is always going to Nintendo.
A slightly better screen, and people are like, yeah, it's great. You know, that's Nintendo. But yeah, I don't see it. I think they.
So I agree, it is a niche product. But what I like, you said, it's not going to go well because of sales. That's a good point. Tie that point to Xbox. It's not going well because of sales. That's what's crazy. They recognize sales does have, you know, some type of metric on the success, right? But they don't apply it to Xbox. PlayStation, oh yeah, it's not going to go well. You know, PS5 Pro's not going to sell. Well, your Xbox is not selling. But apparently things are going great. This podcast is wild, bro. This shit is Looney Tunes. Right? Now, niche may not be bad. It's all expectations. If Sony comes out with the PS5 Pro and think it's going to be mainstream, it's going to fail. But if that's not the expectation, if they tailor it right and create an enthusiast console, which I think that's what the PS5 Pro should be, an enthusiast console. Enthusiast consoles don't sell a lot. You know, no one produces Bugattis thinking it's going to sell like Honda Accords or the Toyota Corolla. That's not the case. Bugatti doesn't do that. Bugatti doesn't expect unit sales to the lengths of Toyota. It's a different metric, right? It's a totally different metric, right? It's enthusiasts. It's built for a certain thing, right? Right? It's like a 4090, right? It's a very powerful, expensive card. NVIDIA's not going to expect that be the mainstream card. That's insane. It's an enthusiast card, right?
They move forward and just stick to the console they currently have.
And that's a great point. Mav, I want to bring you in, but before I do, let me just catch up on Super Chats. We have Sith Lord here, who opens up the show with a $2 Super Chat and says, my man, Mav, boom.
Let me skip the
You're
Super
getting
Chat.
rain. We have Bounty, drops a very... that's why consoles are still going to be around. And I think that, again, they are working on a handheld. Just can we sell these consoles to these console is going to be even lower sales because of the times we were in. Yeah, I mean... I think Hargeet really knocked it out of the park where he says that Microsoft, as the corporation, says we're going to sell these. Can we sell these consoles to these consumers? Yes, we can, but we're still making money from everywhere else. That's why consoles are still going to be around. And I think that, again, they are working on a handheld. Jez Corden just talked about that on the Xbox 2, where he believes it's going to be its own device outside of the home console. That's gonna bring people it's gonna bring people into the ecosystem because they can take it on the go. We have THX1138 drops not one but $2 Super Chats, and thank you so much, THX. I appreciate you being here, brother, and thank you for the generosity. The first one, he says, PS4 players aren't buying PS5s, let alone a PlayStation 5 Pro.
So how the hell PlayStation 5 sold 61 million? Like, yo, how these guys keep saying PlayStation 5 ain't selling when it's selling? Like, did you guys expect all 100 million PlayStation 4 gamers to just rush and buy the PlayStation 5 within 4 years? You guys realize it took 7 years to sell 100 million. Y'all thought it's going to condense into 4? Again, last year, Sony sold 20.8 million consoles, which was more than any other year within the PlayStation 4 generation. And these guys keep saying the console's not selling. This shit is wild, bro.
I absolutely agree. And Sony PR to stop exodus to Xbox, Game Pass, and Call of Duty. Yeah, I mean they're gonna try. I don't know how that's gonna work out for them. But Mav, let's get your hot take on this, man. Do you think that there is a PS5 Pro releasing this fall? And based on just the numbers of what we've seen, again, they had a great Q3 of last year, and they could potentially match that same Q3 this year. But I am going to say it's going to be a bit harder because they don't have any first-party, quote-unquote, bangers. I'm excited for Astrobot, but a lot of
I will agree to that. I will agree. You know, first-party bangers, exclusives do help really push console
people
sales.
That's not a console seller. Do you think there is a PS5 Pro in the works?
In the works, yes. Does it actually happen this year, or do they cancel it? Do they push it back? That's where I don't know, because I think that was their plans. There's been enough smoke out there with some pretty concrete numbers, even specifics to some of the limitations on the CPU and all this other kind of stuff, right? So I think it's...
You know what's funny? Another topic on that limitation of CPU. So the CPU is like 10% better, right? And obviously we talk the GPU stuff like that. But what I find interesting is the Xbox community, Xbox podcasters, and I'm pretty sure these guys too. In 2020, you remember people were thinking the Xbox Series S was going to be better than the PS5 because the Xbox Series S has a better CPU than the PS5, which was marginal. So this is another example of how did you guys think the Series S was going to be better than the PS5 because I had a little bit better CPU, but now the PS5 Pro having a better CPU along with a whole bunch of other stuff is not going to be better. That's just another example of this is wild. Like literally, unless Xbox does it, it's not going to be better. That's literally the thing. Did Xbox do it? No. Oh, it's not going to be better. That's literally you could boil this down to. Unless it has Xbox name on it, they're not going to consider it better. The funny part is they witnessing Xbox being trash. You would think in 2024 they would be like, yo, Xbox don't know what the fuck they're doing. Sony got this shit on lock. Because look what they did with the PS5. Imagine what's coming. No, not them.
It depends on what they think they can, how much they think they can sell.
Hey, Vicky, why do you have a Windows icon by your name now? What happened to the Xbox? Why you got Windows? Yo, Vicky Bengali gave up, bro. That's it. Vicky said, I'm done. Tap. It's over. PC Master Race. I'm thinking, wait a minute. What's that Windows icon happen? Vicky said, we done. What happened, bro? Don't let David catch you, bro. You mustard heart. You a mustard heart, Vicky. You mustard heart. Don't let David catch you. Hold the line. You mustard heart. No, it was all good a week ago. I'm like, wait a minute. Vicky got them bright colors. I'm like, oh shit. Them shits is bright. Look at that. Vicky got them bright colors. Yo, Vicky, this shit is crazy. That shit is just like blinded me. I'm like, yo, what the fuck was that, bro? Rainbow bright over here. That shit says shing Windows. Like, yo, that shit's like booting up my laptop right on my chat. What are we doing here, Vicky? Oh shit, where the X at? Yo, nah, you a mustard heart. Nah, King don't respect that, bro. King David don't respect that. Don't let him catch you. Don't let him catch you with that Windows logo. You better change that shit back. You better, Vicky, come back and change that shit. Don't be putting no Windows logo here. Don't be doing that shit here. We don't do that, Wakanda. I want to see that X. Show some pride. Change that shit. Change your AV, bro. Get that X, bro. What we doing here? Out here with a Windows logo. What the hell you doing, Vicky? This girl, Vicky out here trying to hype up Office 365. What are we doing? Y'all out here PowerPoint and shit? Spreadsheets? Oh shit. Vicky out here about to give us an Excel tutorial. Oh shit. Vicky's not a girl? Vicky's an Xbox? But listen, I'm sorry, my bad. I misgendered you. I'm sorry. Vicky, I'm sorry, my bad. I don't know. My bad. I don't know. You know what? It's none of my business. I'll just call you an Xbot. It's easier. It's neutral. Xbot is neutral language. All right, let's go. Yo, hey, I need that Xbox symbol back.
If they do announce it, we're probably going to get an announcement later this month or early next month at the latest.
Listen, I need y'all in the chat to announce your pronouns. Nah, I'm playing. I want y'all in parentheses. Announce your pronouns, all right? I'm gonna start. You know, I'm gonna do that on the next 60 frames no lag. I'm gonna tell the guys, listen, I'm gonna play this joke. I'm gonna play this joke on the panel. I'm gonna be like, yo, YouTube, there's a new requirement. We have to announce our pronouns at every start in the class, on every start of podcast. All right, guys. I'm gonna see who falls for it. I'm gonna see if Extreme, Craig, J Dub, if they fall for it. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna tell them I need you guys to announce, but I'm gonna do it live. I'm not gonna do it behind the scenes. I'm gonna do it live because I want to, I'm gonna be like, yo, guys, hey, I gotta tell you guys something. When we do our intros, I need you to announce your pronouns. Right? That's what we're doing. I hope they're not watching this, right? Because it'd be funny as fuck. Anyway.
And it would need to be kind of one of these big PlayStation shows where they have some kind of reveal and they do this big hopes and dreams showcase, right?
Would have to be a big showcase. I don't know about that, Chief. Would have to be this big showcase. Now, I will say it'll be better optics if they did it at a big showcase. I will agree to that. But I don't agree where it has to be, because clearly we saw how they introduced the PS4 Pro. So I don't know about that, Chief. I don't know, fun speculation. You might want to speculate on something else.
Kind of like they did back in 2016, where they kind of, hey, here's all these games for like the next couple years.
Back in 2016, they didn't announce the PS4 Pro in 2016 on the big showcase. It was here. Yo, bro, like these dudes don't know about PlayStation. That shit is crazy.
And here's the reason why.
It's crazy.
And if you've been waiting to jump into the PS5 generation, now is the time. You can either get the traditional PS5, or you want to really make a difference, go for the PS5 Pro. But I just don't know what their pipeline is, and why I'm thinking like I don't know if it ends up actually getting released this year or not. Would be dependent on where they are with the release schedules on those games.
I could respect that, right? I could respect the fact that, like, I'm not saying I think it's coming out this year, but it might not. It could come out next year. So that's actually,
and I think they have planned for.
It's not a bad, viewpoint. Pixelbit, yeah, his shit was off.
A bigger first party title, after the first quarter of 2025. But where is that? They haven't announced it yet. If they announce it at this Hopes and Dreams show, then it would make it more likely. But if they don't, then we're looking at probably it's not going to happen, right?
Yeah,
so
it's not this year
because they would have to rely on the third party to really showcase it, right? To showcase the benefits of buying a PS5 Pro, and with the situation of having trouble even selling the PS5s currently right now.
Having trouble selling PS5s. Shout out to Jay Barry. He said that Xbox podcast is crazy. Yo, this shit is Looney Tunes, bro. This is one of the weirdest ones. And wait till I do the next one on Colt and all them guys. Oh, that's gonna be a doozy tomorrow. I might go live for that one too, because this shit's just wild.
Now, because of people still being happy with last generation and all these other kind of things. I just feel like you got to have enough benefit there to spend as much money as they're probably going to ask. And I don't know if there's enough big third party games that are going to showcase that for them to have that benefit. Like GTA 6 would be the only one, but what kind of benefit could they have over the other hardware? And that remains to be seen, especially when you look at what the reports were of the CPU.
It's crazy how they always boil it down to one component, always the CPU, and never the holistic thing. This is why you guys failed and thinking that Xbox Series S was going to do something. Oh, it's perfect. Hell, the CPU is better than the PS5 CPU. But you ignore everything else. You got to look at the entire structure of the system and the weight of the system. Like, this is crazy. Like, you guys haven't learned anything yet. Holy shit.
I think really performance more than fidelity is really what showcases like well for people and advantages and stuff. Like if you start talking about running games that nobody else can play at 60 frames without sacrifices and fidelity and ray tracing and all these other kind of things, then you're onto something, right? But if it can't even do that, then why? You know, and with the CPU thing, the 10% boost, all that kind of crap, it just doesn't.
They are stuck on that CPU. They're ignoring everything else, right? And just the raw power of the CPU, but ignoring, like, I can understand they're questioning the pisser technology. All right, that's speculate, right? Whatever. But that technology is being put in for a reason and stuff like that, right? Just like DLSS was in for a reason, stuff like that. But again, they're not looking holistically. And then also the fact, like, just admit the PS5 is a better built console than the Series X. It just is. They did the job. They didn't talk about tools and all this weird shit. Right? You don't see developers saying, oh, we got to delay the PS5 version because we're having issues.
It just doesn't scream to me. Now, I'm not a tech guy, so maybe it could be better than that. Maybe it could be, they could showcase something and be like, wow, I have to have that, right? But unless they actually can showcase it with that kind of feeling, then it's going to get pushed. And I don't know. I don't think there's anything out there that they have ready or that's going to hit the market. Even the big third-party games this year, Xbox has got the marketing on those with Ubisoft, Star Wars Outlaws, and Assassin's Creed Shadows, right? So
Yep.
I don't really see what games are there to really push it.
Yeah, I agree. I think I don't. They're not. There's not a magic game hidden behind like a secret compartment that's going to pop out. We know what's coming this year. Like I said, Astrobot. I'm super stoked. I'm even so excited about the game that I'm going to nerd out and try and get the control.
Wow, a game coming out this year. Let's say the PlayStation 5 Pro was launching this year. As far as this year, no. But one game that could potentially also be used at a show to showcase it, that's a big game, and we know about it, is Wolverine, and we know Wolverine exists.
On Friday.
Oh, I'm
Is that
definitely
control?
getting that controller. It's fine.
That control looks dope. I'm not going to front, so I'm getting both. I'm nerding out and getting both, so I'm very excited for that. But that's not going to be for for everyone, and I understand that because I'm a platform guy. Hargeet, I want to bring you in now. Look, I'm at Play.
Oh yeah, Hargreave.
I'm
Yeah,
at direct.playstation.com right now.
you know this guy does
PS5
over the top.
digital edition is $449. A slim is $499. So it's $500 versus $450.
And you know what's crazy? He just listed the price of the PS5, and to him, he's not saying, wait a minute. Holy shit, these consoles are still expensive and they're still selling at 20 million. They're still selling, even with a small drop. That shit's a lot of consoles for this price point, because again, it's we're about to hit 4 years deep into the gen, and we're still talking $500. 4 years deep into the gen, $500, and we still talking selling consoles at $500 still this deep in the gen. But of course, they're not thinking that.
Those are for the current gen consoles. How much would a Pro be? Probably around $599 at the minimum, maybe higher. Maybe it's $649.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not selling PS5 current gen consoles.
Not what is it with these guys saying they're not selling? Then who's number one at MPD? Who's the number one selling console month to month? Like, yo, this shit is wild. Like, yo, if PlayStation console's not selling, then Xbox is literally not even existing on the map. This shit is wild, bro. They're literally hard fought on saying that people ain't buying PS5 consoles. But then what the fuck is happening on Xbox? This shit is wild. I can't wait till July MPD comes out, right? Because that's when the whole movement of Xbox is doing great. Oh, you guys are going to get this work. Y'all going to get this work, bro. When that shit comes out and Matt Pittscott says PlayStation's the number one selling console, oh my God. We're gonna unleash the Kraken on your asses, bro. This shit is crazy. Yo, July MPD, baby. That shit's gonna. Oh man, this shit is wild.
At these prices, where they're flying off shelves, and they're just not. The numbers prove it. There's no way they're going to be able to release a Pro and be happy that 1 million people bought it, because that's about all that's going to buy that. About 1 million PlayStation enthusiasts, like diehard fans, are going to have the money, or going to go out and buy a console that's going to cost them nearly $700. Do you think that it's still happening?
Yeah, this is a tough one, right? If they've made it, they kind of have to put it out there. I mean, they could scrap the whole thing after spending all that R&D and getting everything all ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that there's a dev kit. Again, I don't know how much of that's true or not. So I don't know. It's the other headache they run into is if they push it a year, how far out is their next gen then?
Yeah.
And that becomes a
Exactly.
problem.
That's a great point. Yeah.
You know, Hargit, you almost, God, like you almost there, bro. Like you're almost there. Like one, they already did the R&D, so the money's already spent. Number two, we don't know when it's coming out. So Sony never officially said when it's coming out, so there's no such thing as being pushed. Because we don't know. We're just speculating this year. But us speculating this year doesn't mean it got pushed to next year if it doesn't come out next year. Until being pushed is Sony say, hey, coming out November, 2024. And then they say, hey, we changed our mind, November 2025. That's being pushed. No launch date, no set price. So we don't know when to push. But I like what you said. If they do it next year, there's potentially they could extend the gen. And that's what I said before. There's a problem that we're having. 7-year gens, but 5 to 6 years to make games. That's an issue. Right?
Yeah.
Hang on a sec. So I think if they want to get it out there, unfortunately they really have to push it out now. Because if the rumor of Xbox coming in 2026 is true.
Yep.
Hey, somebody clip that. I want you to clip that and send that to Septic Sauce, to Gaz. Send that clip to Gaz. Because that dude tried to pin it on us saying we're the ones hyping Xbox 2026. That ain't us, dog. It's coming from your side of the house. You guys pushing this Xbox 2026. Not us. So clip that. Tag this. Guys, that's your peeps. Don't put that Xbox 2026 on us. You started that shit. Your crew started that shit. Blame them. That shit's been going on for a hot minute in the podcast. Then trying to say the stables are the ones that said Xbox 2026. Boy, cut your bullshit, guys. Come on now.
If they push this in next year, you got at least 2 to 3 years before they can put out the next console. That puts them in 2028. That's terrible for them.
Yeah.
You don't want a 2-year lead, right? Even a 1-year lead is
A
bad.
1-year lead would be devastating, because look what happened during the Xbox 360 versus the PS3
Exactly.
era. Yeah.
They established so much faster. And then you're going to give them 2 years? They'd have to have a pretty extensive lineup to make it work, but this is where.
Well, one, we don't even know what's Xbox plan, because so far they're just saying the most technical, advanced, whatever. What if Xbox only releases a handheld? No console, actually. We don't know. And even then, here's the crazy part. Xbox had 2 back-to-back L's. 2 back-to-back L's. It is really hard to make people care about a new Xbox console. Would people even care about the next Xbox console? It would have to be an incredible masterpiece of console technology. It launched with masterpiece games to set the ship right. 2 back-to-back console generations that are failure, and this one is abysmally failure. This Xbox, it is such a failure. It's like a work of art. It should be like in the Louvre, in a museum. That's how much it's a masterful portrait of failure to the most beautiful levels. It's literally a masterpiece of art. Xbox failure is art at this point. It is beautiful art. It's a beautiful disaster that just happened in front of our eyes. So I can't just see how many people are hyped for a next generation Xbox in 2026.
Where it starts to become a problem, Xbox already has an extensive lineup. And it's going to only get worse as it keeps going because their studios are going to just keep churning. Right? The COVID, delay is over now. So now that thing is just going to keep giving you games every year. You're probably going to end up with 6 to 7 major games every year from them.
Yo, it's like August and all y'all got was Hellblade. And y'all already talking about delaying. They already delayed Avowed. Like, yo, this shit is wild, bro.
PlayStation's going to have to somehow compete with that and be 2 years behind. The PS5 Pro is like, it's one of the most ridiculous things they could have done.
I wonder if Microsoft would have done a mid-gen refresh. What you guys would be saying? Y'all guys will be all over this. You will not be clowning an Xbox mid-gen refresh. No fucking way. This shit is crazy.
If it's coming out, look, you just get it over with and put it out this year. Because if they don't, they are pushing themselves to like basically not have a PS6. Because it's, how can you have a 2-year delay from your major competitor? It's going to be a major problem. So this is such a tough, it's a business decision from hell. Now, if they've spent the R&D and made something, do they then scrap it? It's been done before. So it can happen that they can just scrap the bloody thing.
I like you said that. I like you said that, Harvard. I like the fact that you said that you can have R&D and just scrap it. You realize that same theory, that same point can apply to Xbox. They could look at their console that they kind of have in R&D and just scrap it. Especially when Xbox sales is abysmal. Abysmal. I just want y'all to keep that in mind. That same mindset applies to Xbox. Let's not lie.
Which to me makes the most sense because really I have no idea who it's for. I just have never understood what the PS5 Pro is for. You're so like there hasn't been a performance advantage that Xbox can say, ha ha, see, we're that much better than you. That really hasn't materialized. So what's the benefit, right? There might be slight advantage in resolution here and there,
slight,
but it's just not that big a deal. Nobody seems to care. So like, I don't see that being a problem. And you're still selling your console. Your console's still selling well, right? Oh, it's different.
The console's still going to sell well. In fact, again, here, look. They launched the PS4 Pro and the Slim together. Now, clearly, the Slim blew out the market, and that was just crazy sales for the Slim. Crazy sales. It was just going crazy, right? The Slim selling for $299. And then when Black Friday hit, that shit dropped down to $250, right? Well, the Pro was $399. It was just insane sales, right? It was just insane. So the PS5 is going to sell like this is not going to impact the PS5. If people want a PS5, especially when it drops price, they're going to get the PS5. Cool.
Dipped. It's still selling well.
It's still selling.
What's the point? Like, where's the value? Like, your competitor isn't doing it. You got all their freaking books. You got everything in the case that
But why does it have to be about Xbox? What if Sony just wants to create better technology, right? That's number one. Number two, they introduce new technology, but instead of waiting to 2028 to introduce the pisser technology in AI Gen, they just want to launch it now and get that thing going. Get the technology in the hands now to the developers, right? And maybe it could help, with the PS5 games and stuff like that. Then over time, developers, while they're still in the PS5 gen, are getting used to these tools, getting the new technology, so that way when the PlayStation 6 launches, it's not a brand new thing. They already have 3-4 years of experience of pisser technology, AI and all that other stuff that the PlayStation Pro is gonna have, right? So it's not a brand new we gotta learn all new stuff. Sony immediately is providing great technology up front right? Which gives developers an edge for next generation as well. Like, what's wrong with that? While still being in the current generation. That's the beauty of it. Access to new technology without technically jumping to a new gen.
You set up with the FTC and you set up with the CMA. So you already got all their books. You already know they're not making another freaking console, right? So a mid-gen, a pro console. So
Right.
well, what is the point of continuing with it? It just, I don't know. It just seems like a big boondoggle around their neck that's going to drag them if they keep doing it.
How about this? Pretend Xbox doing it. I'm pretty sure you'll come up with good reasons.
So in a lot of ways, to me, it's better to scrap it. But I think they're gonna.
Yeah, listen, y'all think y'all low. Y'all not low. Y'all motherfuckers think y'all naked snake. Y'all out here in the bushes. We know why you want it scrapped. Okay, we know. We all know that the PlayStation 5 Pro, and if they do a great job, and it's $600, $650, even $700, you guys know it's gonna blow for console gamers shit out the box. It's gonna be so bad. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I already know what exactly it is. I already know your biggest fear. The four of you, I already know your biggest fear. Your biggest fear is that the people that's on Xbox Series X, that in their mind, they're on Xbox Series X because in their mind they think it's the world's most powerful console. You guys are afraid that they'll jump ship. That's what it is. You are afraid of seeing tweets, of seeing YouTube videos, Facebook posts, TikTok, of people jumping ship from Xbox Series X over to PS5 Pro because of the power that it can present. I think that's what your fear. You guys don't want to see all these social media trending memes and all that stuff, right? At least from a performance of just PS5 Pro obliterating the consoles this gen. You don't want to see Xbox guys like, oh, fuck the Series X. The PS5 Pro's fucking amazing. Look at all this performance and power. Yeah, I'm jumping ship. You guys don't want to see that. That shit's going to hurt your soul. Aaron and Vicky, they're just going to cry all goddamn day. You guys are just going to be in pain. That's what this is. You guys are desperately praying. Like, you guys are just praying for Sony to cancel this shit because you don't want to see that outcome. You don't want to see the Digital Foundry results. Y'all don't want to see that. Oh, that shit's going to hurt you. If the PlayStation 5 Pro releases this year, that means you just have to sit there and take it for like 2 years, 3 years. That shit's going to hurt, bro. Y'all going to be in such pain. And you don't want that to happen. You don't want to see Twitter just light up on fire, talking shit on Xbox, and everybody's lighting up the Pro, even if it's just a niche crowd. Here's the crazy part. You know, social media can take a niche crowd and make it seem like the whole world does it, right? It just really amplifies the whole scenario, and you think like everybody's doing it. You don't want to see all that stuff. Like, you guys do not even want to see your own community just be pissed off. Like, this is bullshit. Look at PS5 Pro. Oh my God, it's doing all this stuff. Fucking Microsoft. This Xbox Series X is trash. You guys don't want to see that. You guys don't want to see not even an inkling of that. Oh, this is what this is about, bro. You guys are just praying this shit doesn't happen.
Freaking put it out there. If they delay it another year to say, oh, we need GTA 5, 6, and we need like some of our own games to come out. Oh man, that just seems like such a bad idea. It's consumer unfriendly. It really is, because you're gonna say, I'm gonna put this thing out, and then like a year or two later, they're gonna have to put out their PS6. So it's gonna have a very short shelf life. I just don't know why you do it, but that's PlayStation. So if they're gonna put it out.
Didn't Xbox One X come out in 2017? And Xbox Series came out in 2020, so it was only 3 years. Did y'all complain? Xbox One X. Yeah, there you go. I'm sorry. Xbox One X came out in 2017. Xbox Series came out in 2020. It was only 3 years. Y'all complain? Was that a big deal for y'all? For the Xbox community?
out, it's got to be this year. And if they're gonna put,
Hold up. You guys are saying that if Sony launches the PS6 in 2028, Xbox got a 2-year start. So that means you guys are riding hard on Xbox 2026. Are you guys not upset that this gen only had 6 years? Y'all good with that? That this gen is already a wrap for you guys, pretty much? Because you got 2025, right? Like 2024 is a wrap, right? So that means you got 2025, and then once 2026 comes around, all the conversations about the new console.
put it out, I don't know what the hell they're showcasing with it, right? Like, to your point, Mav, the only game that makes sense is Shadows, and that one's being marketed by Xbox, not them. So what are they gonna do? Are they gonna go to Ubisoft and beg, please give us the marketing for the game you've already got marketing with Xbox? I don't know. It does. It's just a tough. It's a tough sell. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna really do to make that pitch. They have nothing of their own except Astrobot. Like, okay, is that really
you
going to
forgot
show off your
Concord,
freaking system?
you know.
I mean, Concord. Like, I don't even think that
I'm
thing
just saying,
survives
hey.
until then.
Yeah,
Sadly.
just,
Now look, they could rejigger one of their old games, right? The
They could.
remaster of Last of Us Part 1 or something. I don't know. They could do something like that. I guess, you know, is Last of Us 2 ready for a remaster? Maybe it's Ragnarok's turn. Has it been 2 years yet? Maybe they need to remaster that one. You know, that's probably all they can do. I don't know what else they're really going to do, but if they're going to put it out, they have to put out some games with it. Are they going to charge for that? Sadly, I think they are. I think they're going to charge you for an upgrade version. There's going to be a remaster you have to buy.
This shit's giving me a headache, man. Now they're saying the upgrades will be charged.
I guarantee you that it's not.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Boom. Don't agree with them. Put your pedal and be like, all right, guys, we're going too much. They didn't do it with the PS4 Pro. They're not going to do it.
Not going to be a $10 upgrade. They're going to charge you $15. So if you want to play,
oh shit! Oh man, I thought I thought he said when he said it's not going to be a $10 upgrade. I'm thinking, all right, that's what I'm talking about, Boom. He said it's $15. Oh shit! Oh shit! Yo, this is wild. This shit is wild, bro. I thought Boom was like, when he said it's not gonna be a $10 upgrade, I'm thinking, all right, Boom's gonna do right. He's gonna cut that bullshit off. It's gonna be $15. Oh shit! And y'all no one in there is gonna
play The Last of Us.
Yeah, tax boy.
Yeah, they're gonna get you. They're gonna get you that for $15. You'll see.
And yeah, so I mean, I think if they're gonna do it, it's coming out this year. Otherwise, they really shoot themselves.
All right, listen, fellas, listen, bro. Woo! This was a lot. This was a doozy. This live was a doozy. This one hit the record books right here, boy. Yeah, I'm just saying. Yo, man, all they do is lie. All they do is lie. This shit is uncouth. Listen. Holy shit, these guys. This gotta be an act. This shit's gotta be an act. This can't be. I feel so sorry for the Xbox community. This is what you got. Oh man, listen. I'm gonna let you know. There's lots of misinformation. I hope you enjoyed this live. Tune in tomorrow. Either it'll be a video or live, but I think it was Gamer Talk Live with Cole and D-Batch and a lot of craziness, right? It was, y'all know about that one? Oh yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna party up tomorrow. So I'll tune you in. It's gonna be impromptu, right? But if I could give you some advance warning, I will. But man, this Xbox community down bad. Like this is fake news. You guys are down bad, man. Like, holy shit, this is what we're doing here. Anyway, your only friend is YouTube Streets Porter Rock 77. I hope you enjoy this podcast. I hope you enjoyed. I mean the live, not podcast, but live. But anyway, you guys take care. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your games. Enjoy your time with family. Enjoy the summer. If you're in the summer season, if you're in another part of the world where it's winter, I don't know. Stay warm. I don't know. You know how it is. You guys take care, man. Shout out to the chat. Thank you so much for rocking out. I really appreciate you guys spending time with me. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you were entertained. Hit the like button if you're definitely entertained. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, stick around. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Hit the like button. Don't just dip out. Hook a brother up. You know what I'm saying? Get this to 200. There's like 300 people here. Get it to 200. Like, what is it? Come on now. There you go. 19 more people. Can I get 19 more people to go click, 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 click? Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll hook you up with good information. That's it, right? And it was commercial free, right? Nobody got commercials, right? Nobody got commercials up in here? Because I blocked that shit. I turned it off. No more commercials on this. That auto Google moderator thing, we're not doing that. That thing was dog shit. Even when I put conservative, like that you guys were just getting blasted unnecessarily. So guess what? Ad-free podcast. I should get a like for that. Vic 8, PS5 Pro ain't happening anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? Yes, no ads. Cut that out. Shut that off. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna, because it's a crappy experience. I get it. I'm getting it with Amazon Prime. Now we get ads, and every time it tells me, but for $2.99 a month or $3.99 a month, you don't get ads. I'm like, nah, bro, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Play your damn ads. I don't give a shit. I'll go on Twitter for like 2 minutes and talk shit until the ads is over. All right. But with that, 2 more likes. Can I get 2 more likes? 2 more likes. 198. 198. Going once. Going twice. And wow, still 198. Man, I can't get 198. And what is this? Chat summary. Oh. So I refreshed the screen and like an AI generated chat popped up. This shit is crazy. Let me refresh the screen. Hold on. Let me read y'all what it says. I refreshed it. And now it says chat summary, auto-generated experiment. Quality may vary. Viewers are divided on whether Xbox has declined and if PlayStation is better. Some are saying Xbox is dying because of its lack of good games and advertising, while others are defending it and pointing out, oh, now it disappeared. Yo, this shit is crazy. Yo, chat, I gotta warn you. Google AI is taking your conversations, bro. That's not me. I'm just letting you know that's not my fault. I had nothing to do with that. Yo, that shit is crazy. Google AI is monitoring y'all. And not me. It's not me. I love you guys. Thank you so much. But Google's on some shit, so be careful what you say. Be careful. Keep your private information private, because you say something, Google got you. Oh shit, this shit is crazy. This shit is wild. He said, take a screenshot. Hold on. Let me see. Let me get, you know what? Watch. I'm going to do it right now. This shit is crazy. Let me get sniping tool. Hold on. Let me refresh the screen. Give me a second. Oh, not here. Oh, this thing. Oh, nah, I can't do it right now. Ah, fuck, I fucked it up. Hold on. Let me do one. Let me do it again. Let me do it again. Oh, wait, hold up. No, hold on. Give me a second. Boom. What is this? I'm gonna put it on the screen now. Look at this. Look at this. This is crazy. Can I zoom in? Make it bigger? Oh man. Try and make it bigger. this. Where'd it go? Oh man, I messed it up. And sort by date. Messed it up. Where's my screen grab? Anyway, I hope you saw a little bit. Anyway, it's crazy. Anyway, just read it. But it keeps disappearing mad fast. Let me do it one more time. I'm gonna read it one more time real fast. It's free reading. And it says, auto-generated experiment, quality may vary, are divided on whether Xbox has declined and if PlayStation is better. Some are saying Xbox is dying because of its lack of good games and advertising, while others are defending it, pointing out that PlayStation also has its own problems. That's the chat summary. Crazy. Watch out what you say in the chat. Don't be saying crazy shit. Google is watching. Big Brother's watching. Anyway, you guys take care. You have a good night. Thank you so much. Over 200 likes. I will see you guys soon. I will see you guys tomorrow. Might go live. We're going to talk about the whole Xbox, code. Them dudes. I heard it was real interesting. Anyway, you guys take care. Have a great time. Good night. Great weekend. God bless. Peace.